Next idea from tangents and normals. As we discussed many things related to tangents and normals. In last two classes we did about common tangents, and in the last class about tangent at one point intersects the curve again at Q. Now in this class, as 17th point, I am going to discuss about a line for a curve which acts like both tangent and normal. See, we have two different situations. So what I am saying is I have a line and that line acts like both tangent and normal. Same line is a tangent for the curve as well is also a normal to the same curve. Okay, it happens in different ways. In one way, at the same point, the line acts like tangent and normal at the same point. In another way, at one point the line acts like a tangent, at some other point the line acts like a normal. See, for suppose if I have curve like this, okay, this is one specific curve. I will sketch it. For suppose if we have a curve like this, you just have a look. For this curve, at this point origin, okay, for this curve at this point origin, this line acts as tangent, and in the same way this line also acts as a tangent. Okay, at this point, since the curve is moving like this, so at this point x-axis works like a tangent, and since the curve is moving like this, at the same point y-axis also acts like a tangent. At the same point for the curve, it has two tangents. Okay, yeah. So if x-axis is a tangent, then automatically y-axis will become a normal. If y-axis is a tangent, then automatically x-axis will become normal. That in the sense, at the same point, the same line acts like tangent as well normal. This is somewhat very special behavior, and you will find, see, very one or two curves like this. Okay, there is a possibility to get a curve for which the same straight line acts like both tangent and normal. Okay, and in some other way, for suppose if I have a curve, I will say, see there are different types of curves depending on the algebraic relation. Okay, for suppose, I have a different curve like this. At this point somewhere you just draw a tangent, and in the same way at this point the same line may behave like a normal. What I am saying is, see, at point P this line L is a tangent for the curve, and if this is point Q, at this point this is tangent for the curve, and if this line is perpendicular to this line M, then we say that the same line is a normal to the curve. See, the line L is a tangent for this curve at P. In the same way, the line L is normal for the same curve at Q. Line is same. Okay, see, I just sketch this graph roughly, right? For suppose if you for suppose if the curve will be like this, at this point if you say the tangent will be like this, and normal will be, tangent at P will be like this. So maybe this line acts like normal at this point Q and acts like tangent at this point P. Okay, if you search you may find certain curves like this. I will give you one or two problems also, and my concept now is a line which is behaving like a tangent as well as a normal for the same curve. There exists those type of lines for different curves. I mentioned here two different curves and their graphs. For the first one, at the same point origin, the line x-axis acts like tangent as well normal also. And in the same way, for this curve, at the same point origin, the line vertical line y-axis also acts like tangent as well normal. But for this second diagram, I have a line L which behaves like a tangent for the curve at the point P, and in the same way the same line L acts like a normal for the same curve at the point Q. So that in the sense there is a possibility that a line acts like both as a tangent as well as a normal for the same curve. Maybe it happens at the same point, or sometimes it happens at two different points like this. Okay, and now I will give you one problem related to the second situation. Okay, see first another thing is, see if you say the point P and point Q, and if you take the curve as y is equals to f of x, what is the fundamental rule? What is the logic which helps us to solve the problems? In this case, the line L acts like a tangent at P. Okay, for suppose I am just mentioning here m, which is slope of tangent. As we know, m is equals to slope of tangent. It can be slope of tangent, and in particular here slope of L. Slope of L, and that slope of L is nothing but, since the line L is tangent at P, this is equals to dy by dx at P, and this is equals to, and since this is the line PQ, this is equals to slope of PQ, and that is equals to the same line L acts like a normal at Q, right? Since the same line L acts like a normal at Q, what is the slope of tangent? At Q, slope of tangent is what? Dy by dx at Q, and since we are mentioning slope of tangent, that is minus 1 by dy by dx at Q. See, you just observe this. At the end, dy by dx at P is equals to slope of PQ is equals to minus 1 by dy by dx at Q. That particular logic helps us to solve different problems. Okay, you just have a look and you just observe that logic. Okay, here just we are discussing about a line which is both tangent and normal to a curve. If it is true, then the condition is slope of tangent at P is equals to slope of PQ is equals to slope of normal at Q. That's it. So 17b, we need to find the equation of straight line which is both tangent and normal to the curve 27x square is equals to 4y cube. As we discussed in 17a, on this curve, if you consider 2 points, say P and Q, a line L which acts like tangent at P and which acts like normal at Q, we need to find out that particular line. As per the question, a straight line which is both tangent and normal. For suppose, let that line as L, let the required line as L, okay? Let L be the required line. If we treat that L as the required line, let L be the required line. If L is the required line, then what you say about that L? That L is tangent at P and the same line is equals to normal at Q. We need to find L. Our target here is to find this particular L because the line is L, line L is both tangent at P and normal at Q. Okay. So at this situation what we have? As we discussed, we need to equalize the slopes. Okay. Slope of tangent at P is equals to, so that in the sense that implies slope of tangent at P is equals to slope of normal at Q is equals to slope of PQ. Okay, as I said, if you consider the same type of diagram, okay, if we have curve like this, at this point we have tangent, at this point this line may be a normal, okay, this is P, this is Q. So line is same. What you say about the slope of this particular line? The slope of this line is slope of tangent at P. The slope of this line is slope of this PQ. The slope of this line is slope of normal at Q. Okay. So now with this particular rule, what is that rule? slope of tangent at P is equals to slope of normal at Q is equals to slope of PQ. With this logic, we need to find slope of L as well, points P and Q also. For that, we need a general point on this curve. Okay? What is the general point of this curve? This curve is 27x square is equals to 4y cube. Here square is involved, right side cube is involved. Here 3 cube is there and there 2 square is involved. If you observe it clearly, the general point of this equation, the parametric coordinates of this equation is 2, what I will say, 2 square, okay, 2t cube, comma, 3t square is the general point. Just look here. 2t cube, comma, 3t square is general point of this curve, general parametric point. If you replace x with 2t cube and y with 3t square, both sides will get balanced, and so this is the general parametric point. If you replace t with 1, 2 comma 3 is a point on this curve. If you replace t with 2 cube into 2, 16 comma 2 square into 3, 12. 16 comma 12 is another point. Likewise, you just replace t with some different numbers, you will get different points. Since t is a real value, so this curve has infinite points, and every point is of the format 2 cube comma 3t square, and so I will take p as 2 t1 cube comma 3 t1 square, any point, just like x1 comma y1. Since this is the parametric coordinates, this is a general point p, and this is 2 t cube comma 3 t2 square. This is point q. Okay, so I have 2 points on the curve p and q. Now I need to apply this logic. For this logic, I need dy by dx also. So what is the dy by dx for this curve? I am just using this space to do, because it is a simple curve, right? 27 into x square. If you differentiate, what will happen? X square derivative is 2x. So 27 into 2x is 54x is equals to 4y cube. So 4y cube, this is equals to 4 into 3y square into dy by dx. Okay, and now what is dy by dx? From there, dy by dx is equals to 54x divided by 12y square. You just try to cancel out if there is a possibility. Okay, yeah, 3 4s is 12, 3 18s is 54, and then 2 2s, 2 9s. So finally, dy by dx is equals to 9x divided by 2y square. That is dy by dx. Now, since it is dy by dx, what to say about slope of tangent at P and slope of normal at Q, as well slope of PQ? Yeah, that implies slope of tangent at P, nothing but replacing x and y with the coordinates. So 9 into x, x means what? 2t1 cube divided by 2 into y square. Y square means 3t1 square. No, 3t1 square, okay, and then square. Y is 3t1 square, and since I have y square in the denominator, square of that. This is equals to, this is slope of tangent at P, which is nothing but dy by dx at P. I have dy by dx here, so this is dy by dx at P. Now slope of normal at Q is nothing but minus of reciprocal of this dy by dx at that point Q, right? And that y minus of 2 into y square, so 3t2 square whole square divided by 9 into x means 2t2 cube. Is it right? Slope of normal at Q is simply nothing but reciprocal of dy by dx at the point along with a minus sign. So minus of that reciprocal at the point Q. This is equals to slope of PQ. Slope of PQ means y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Difference of these two. So 3t2 square minus 3t1 square divided by 2t2 cube minus 2t1 cube. This at the end we have a relation between t1 t2. If you solve it, you will get the values of t1 and t2. After having the values of t1 and t2, easily you will locate points pq. and from there slope of tangent, and then equation of that line L. Okay, just have a look once. As per the problem, we need to find out a line which acts like both a tangent and normal. For suppose, if you let L be the required line, that L acts like a tangent at point P on the curve and acts like a normal at point Q on the curve. Okay. So now, since the line L is tangent at P and tangent at Q, as we discussed, tangent at P. So then in the sense the same line is behaving like that. So slope of tangent at P is equals to slope of normal at Q is equals to slope of PQ. This is the fundamental idea behind this problem. And now we need 2 points P and Q on the curve. Let P comma Q are the general points, and we need the parametric coordinates. 2t cube comma 3t square are the parametric coordinates. From there, 2t1 cube comma 3t1 square is point P. 2t2 cube comma 3t2 square is point Q. So slope of tangent at P is this. Right now, slope of tangent at P is this, and for that we need dy by dx. I did dy by dx here. Okay. So if you solve, if you differentiate the given curve, you are getting that dy by dx as 9x by 2y square. Replace the coordinates of P here, that gives you slope of tangent at P. And slope of normal at Q is simply nothing but reciprocal of the dy by dx along with a minus sign at the point Q. This is that one. And slope of PQ is simply y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now you just use this relation between T1 and T2 to get the values of T1 as well T2. After having those values, easily you will identify the points PQ, from their slope of tangent, and we can find the equation of line also. Okay, just have a look and try to solve this to get the values of T1 and T2. I will erase for the space, okay? You just go with a screenshot. Our relation simplification, 1 by t. See, 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Square, so 3 square is 9 and 9 gets cancelled. T1 cube by T1 power 4, so 1 by T1. And again in the same way, if you cancel out, this is minus T2. And there, you just write it as a square, using a square minus b square. T2 minus T1 into T2 plus T1. Here a cube minus b cube after picking out 2. 2t minus T1 into T2 square minus T1 T2 plus T1 square. If you cancel out the T2 minus T1, we have that particular relation. We need to solve this line to get the values of T1 and T2. See, the way is very simple, but it needs some space and time, okay? From these two, I have T1 T2 is equals to minus 1, is it right? T1 T2 is equals to minus 1 is one relation. And as per this, what to say? See, use these two things, do cross multiplication, from there we can simplify. What I do is, what we have to do, just take this, otherwise do one thing, you just equalize this first one and then this third one. From there, 2t2 square minus t1 t2 plus t1 square is equals to t1 into, that in the sense 3 t1 t2 plus 3 t1 square. Okay, you just try to simplify. 2t2 square minus 4t1 t2 minus 2t1 square is equals to 0. Okay, and then you just remove 2, t2 square minus t1 t2 minus t1 square is equals to 0. You just think about it. I have t1 t2 as minus 1. So if you replace it with minus 1, it will become plus 1. How to solve? I need to get the values of t1 and t2. You just eliminate either t1 or t2 like that, okay? If t2 is minus 1 by t1, what will happen? You just replace t2 with minus 1 by t1. Minus 1 by t1 whole square minus 1 by t1 whole square minus t1 into t2 is minus 1 by t1 minus t1 square is equals to 0. t1 and t1 gets cancelled. That is plus 1. And what I have here? 1 by t1 square minus t1 square plus 1 is equals to 0. 1 by t1 square minus t1 square plus 1 is equals to 0. If I multiply everything with t1 square, 1 minus t1 power 4 plus t1 square is equals to 0. Or otherwise t1 power 4 minus t1 square minus 1 is equals to 0. See, from there we need to get the value of t1. You just think once. Just have a look. I did a mistake here. See, if you multiply with the 2t2 square, 2t1 t2 plus 2t1 square we need to write. So that's a mistake here. Okay. You just do your own way. No need to follow me. I gave you a plan to solve the problem. Using that plan, you just do your own way. Okay. So if you multiply with 2, this is 2t1 t2 and this is also 2t1 square. And now when you drag everything this side, 2t2 square minus 5t1 t2 and then 2 and 3 minus t1 square is equals to 0. Now if you replace now t1 t2 with minus 1, what will happen? 2 into t2 is minus 1 by t1 whole square minus 5 into minus 1 minus t1 square is equals to 0. Directly I am writing. Okay. This is 2 by t1 square. 2 by t1 square minus t1 square, minus of minus is plus, 5 is equals to 0. Yeah, multiply everything with t1 square, what you will get? 2 minus t1 power 4 plus 5t1 square is equals to 0. And that is t1 power 4 minus 5t1 square minus 2 is equals to 0. Again I need t1. Again with a small correction, okay? Since a cube minus b cube is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square, we need to use plus sign here. And then if you simplify, as I mentioned, at the end you will get t1 square as 2 or minus 1. Since t1 square as 2 or minus 1, we need to conclude that t1 square is equals to 2. Since t1 square is equals to 2, you just consider t1 is equals to root 2 or minus root 2. For some time, you just say it as root 2. If t1 is root 2, you will get the value of p as well value of q and then dy by dx also. After having t1, it is easy to find the coordinates of points as well slope dy by dx and the equation of required line also. Okay, you just complete in your own way, right? I just mentioned you the value of t1. You just complete the problem by finding p, q and dy by dx, right? That's it.